a stranger among us.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage. But, apparently not.
The Resolute is primarily a research vessel, if that's what you mean. Not a warship.
Although she has been known to hold her own in a fight.
Against what?
Nothing that he would find impressive, I'm sure.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tekon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
We've overcome our differences for the most part.
I can't say that we avoid conflict entirely, but we overcome our differences because of our common interests and a shared sense of purpose. A general belief we are better off united than divided.
A concept almost Tekonian in principle. We're more alike than you might think.
I said that to him earlier.
If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's system.
Well.
Full access?
Well.
You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. Given this is merely a research ship, I won't be able to find him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
I'll see what I can do.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
This isn't gonna fly.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Tekon Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
He is willing to help us. I don't want to,
to
blow his trumpet too much.
I am at your service. To whatever extent I can be of help.
If nothing else, I'm sure you're happy for a change of scenery. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists.
He did his job
which
well.
Suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi.
Of course you're not to blame.
Of course, the fall of the Empire had nothing to do with you. We know that.
Do you? Because it seems your captain has a different opinion.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. And clearly it's with the Tekon.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties to the Tekon, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Tekon. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised.
I didn't promise anything.
We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything? Ridiculous.
Oh, fuck. It's our best shot.
Captain, I know it's a risk, but right now it's our best shot at finding
I didn't want to
Galvin
have
on
this
that ship.
conversation in front of the
Now I
portal.
understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance. Bordering on incompetence.
Oof.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain,
Come on, man.
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the science pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
Oh, now you want a conversation in private.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize that's supposed to be in an incredibly difficult position.
We're all in a difficult
I was
position.
against seeking him out from the start. But now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
He's Takan, not a Scion.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are.
Here we are indeed.
You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up. Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my career.
Speaking,
I'm sorry, Captain.
what's the
You know
word?
I support you,
Freely.
but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
It's not just mine. It's both of ours.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one.
Good.
I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes.
Had to be a bit heavy-handed there, I think.
Let me know if you find anything.
He's getting on my nerves.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology.
Oh, brilliant. We're getting augmentations.
If Scion Galavan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
This is like when the Borg modified the Voyager for battle against Species 8472.
This may take a moment.
How long
I
will it
found
take?
something. There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydek to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
He's not shocked by how quickly that was done.
Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
They say the true measure of a leader is being able to admit your mistakes. So thank you.
Next time I'll do a better job of listening.
I hope so. I'm sick of
work.
hearing about my
Let me know if I need
career.
any more.
My career's going down the toilet. And this is my last straw.
What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Huh.
Engineering.
Take care of the Draconian device, and I can find Galvan for you.
Good.
It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
You're sure it's Draconian?
You're sure it's Draconian? It couldn't be something else causing the interference?
Nothing else operates on that frequency. I'm positive.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed.
It's been 600,000
We're going to
years, you
find
may
that
be out of the loop. You know. iPhones are a thing now.
Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Okay. That'd be the warp core then, surely. Oh, damn it, I don't like that. There we go.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby.
Okay.
But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Just gonna follow the radiation and trust in medical science of the 24th century that I'll be okay. Hello. What is this?
A little bit of harmless radiation
Ooh.
leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation.
It's
I
an
need to find it so
EPS
I can filter it out as
conduit.
well.
Oh, I didn't see that before. Is that coming from a person? I think it's coming from this screen, or this Jeffrey's tube hatch.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear
Whoa,
tetrametric
that's
signal
cool.
now.
I didn't know about this before. Maintenance crawl space acts as a waveguide for ultra-low frequency acoustic and electromagnetic radiation, generally in the 75 to 85 dB range. That's quite loud. Caution label markers in areas of high radiation and recommended personal protection wear. Alright. What's left? Here we are.
Found it.
Excuse me. Do you belong here?
I'm the first officer.
Commander Rydek. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. Good to see you again, Commander. I've been keeping my eyes and ears open, just like you said.
Alright, questions.
Glad to hear it.
What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
Just a routine check.
Just a routine systems check. We've been having problems with our comms lately.
Oh, that's news to me. I haven't heard anything about it.
Probably because the comm system isn't working.
Ha!
Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
Just be discreet.
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty. Well, I'll leave you alone already.
Alright.
Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylis?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
She was aide to the Queen. When would it have happened, though? She is compromised. Unless she isn't, like, biologically compromised, but just aiding the Queen.
maybe Tylus saw something.
Huh. Stern face. Huh.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
Maybe. You tell
There's
me.
something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection?
Someone evaded detection and planted that device.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
Yeah, okay. Seeing as you're asking, you're
I would
volunteering.
feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
What about non-engineering personnel? Or other duplicates? Oh. Yeah, that would be more
I'll
suspicious.
filter out the duplicates.
That helps.
Non-engineering personnel?
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
Now this is manageable.
Hotari delegation.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari. Let's see who's left.
Pending.
This can't be right.
Bioscan. Suspicious.
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
But then
According to this, he
Spock
was
would be
here when
compromised
we
too, or he would have
found
witnessed it, no?
Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
It adds up.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari. So they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
Yeah.
What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
The classic distraction from the truth.
First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I've found the device.
That's a neat trick. I wouldn't mind learning that.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
Yep.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
How long till they get there?
We have to somehow intercept him. How long till he arrives?
Oh, he's much too far ahead of us. We'll never arrive before he does. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion Saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the Saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy.
Again.
My powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone.
I think it's Salam.
Time is not on your side.
Leave that to me. I don't want to tip him off.
Just leave that to me. I hope to resolve it soon.
The longer you wait, the more time we lose.
I don't fully trust Portal either.
Was so rare at the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if
Although he's trusting me a lot.
Whoever you suspect. Proof is something you will have to provide on your own.
I'll have it. Once I've bioscanned the person I suspect. I just need to visit Dr. Duval.
That's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this?
Whoa.
If you fail, that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
I'm ready.
I have to be.
Good. You know what this is going to take.
Everything I got.
We can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim. Or this could all blow up in our faces.
Senior staff.
You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
The blood of battle. Oh damn, they're underway again. Or at least they're trying.
Down to one reactor. Thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Takan enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Alright. Oh, I can't go through there. What am I thinking? I'm not going that fast. We slowed down greatly. Cool. Right. What am I looking for here? Oh wait, there it is, down there.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Usonia's system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Oh, shit.
Oh!
That can be comfortable. Even for the rest of the crew that are on the ship.
Can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
Zelda is still made by a Lydian hand, despite all this Takan corruption. We'll hold.
We just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
Nice transition.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older, I think about it more.
No way to know.
I think there's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Lydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us.
Stovall core for the
even if
Klingons.
some part of Itasca remains. By letting the
No, that's
Takan
not right.
lose
That's
her
wrong,
body.
isn't it? Stovall
At
core.
best, we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst,
Oh, I've forgotten what Klingon
we are
Heaven's
leaving her
called.
as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Oh, that's
that
gonna
I've
bug
seen
me
what
now. I
happened,
can't believe I've forgotten
does it
that.
make me a hypocrite to say he has a point? What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To think of what she could be going through right now. It's a torturous idea.
We can still try.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
Yeah, Stovall core is Klingon.
She was one of the youngest hosts. ever joined
And the
the
Romulan is...
sentient creature.
I will
that
just look it
lives
up
in
because
her
I've also
flesh.
forgotten that.
It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister. Sounded like her. But wasn't.
Kind of like losing Miranda.
So,
Hey, FX still? Yeah, it is. It's Star Wars.
opened an old wound.
It's the good one, though, eh?
Never really closed up in the first place.
How you doing, dude?
You remind me of Itasca.
I can't find out what Romulan
Bonds are
Heaven's called.
not
I've forgotten.
made by what runs
I'm
through
sure
your
it's
veins,
mentioned.
But the blood you spilled together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight. But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you'd count me as one of your tribe. As Itasca was.
Even a couple
As a
of
Vortivore, I think it's called.
You are
Vortivore.
many things.
Or... It's a deal.
I'll take you up on that.
Same here.
Never watched either, so I'm lost. Alright. I've watched both. I like both, but I definitely prefer Star Trek. I think it's a little bit... It's a deeper story, universe, set of values.
The Beskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it. Just like the Zeldi.
Which ones are the aliens?
Did this just get better?
Well, there's the one on the left and the one on the right. The one on the right is
Certainly
kind of
doesn't bode well
obvious.
for the crew of the Beskar. So many lives stolen.
It's definitely worse.
It's worse. This is definitely worse.
Thanks. That really helps.
Are you having a good day, FX Still? It's nice to
Look like
see
the
you again.
What are they doing here?
Not seen you in the
You
chat
don't
for a
think
bit.
they're
Hope you've
just
been
meeting
okay.
their buddies.
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Prepare for transfer.
The storm. It's back. What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Metric radiation is dropping. Zeldi's dropped to minimal power levels.
Oh,
It's running off just the one warp core now.
which means we're exposed.
That means
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Oh no. You've been lurking. Oh, okay, cool. Your voice is always soothing in the background. Okay, well, I'll keep it going. You just, I'm here 5 days a week. Anytime you just drop in, I'm always talking. To the chagrin of many, but the appreciation of a few. Sus.
Something wrong, Captain?
I need to fart.
Nothing's wrong.
That seemed quite right.
In fact, I was just going to call for you. I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
Really? None of them are at all just suspicious.
Commander Westbrook, a word, please.
I'm busy here, so let's make it quick.
I'll do my best, FX Still. Do my best.
What's this about?
The captain may have been compromised.
No.
I have reason to believe he's been bioformed, and is now actively working against us.
Come on. You can't be serious.
Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Taconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu 4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan.
That's ridiculous. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago. He was as normal as ever. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Aye, this is not a joke.
You don't understand. This is not a joke. I'm absolutely serious. If Captain Solano is a Scion, it means he purposely evaded the bioscan to avoid detection.
I'm sure he had more important things to do. You've rarely put your trust in me before. Which, ironically, only makes your story more believable.
That's why I chose him.
Clearly not looking for whoever is most
The other girl with the visor is a friend.
If you go through
Bias
this,
comes into play. The
you're right about
Bajoran
Solano.
doesn't know me at all. He's suspiciously quiet, actually.
Resolute.
But this guy?
As First Officer, it is my duty and responsibility to protect the interests of the ship and its crew when the captain has been compromised.
I'll have your back. But you damn well better be right.
I don't know. Why is a doctor here? Oh, he's back.
It's now or never.
Let's get this over with.
Captain Solano.
Drop him, bend over. I need to do a quick search.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
Sauce.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can and you will.
He's just demonstrated why
What you'll find
he's
is that I'm quite
suspected.
reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
That is protocol, sir.
It's merely protocol, Captain. All officers that touch alien soil have to be bioscanned.
I know the protocol. It's not more important than chasing down these Draconian marauders.
The crew looks to you for guidance, Captain. It may seem like a nuisance, but it would set the right example.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now.
I'm not gonna
Make
do
me
that.
tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the academy. I
There's
won't
the
stand
argument
for
from
this.
authority.
I refuse. So do the others.
Someone say bend over. Yeah, I said it, but I'm not the captain, so he doesn't have to do what I say.
Well then, you've left me no choice. Security to the bridge.
Shit.
Arrest Commander Rydek. Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
What? That first charge is
Captain,
bullshit, and
please
mutiny's a
reconsider.
bit harsh.
I've given my order.
This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
Commander Rydek has proof.
Yes, I do. Let's pick it out from our pocket here,
He
which is
sabotaged
on the
our efforts
outside
to track
of
Galvin
our
with
treasures
this.
now in the 24th century. Fashion changes.
He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu-4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan in our midst, Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Oh my god, don't you dare fire
Take
that
her to
phaser.
the brig, or I'll do it myself.
Whoa!
Oh!
You do not take up arms to another Starfleet officer, even if you are the captain. That's security protocol, boy!
Wait, stand down. That's
Oh, it's him that fired.
What is the meaning of this? Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
I'm taking command.
He's not Captain Solano any longer. We have a duty and responsibility to
He's only
relieve him of
stunned.
command.
If you're wrong, there's no coming back from this.
I know.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
I don't like her face. Beeping means bad, right? Not clear.
Commander Rydek was right. Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
Just like when Picard was assimilated by the Borg, except it was far more obvious because he had metal coming out of his body.
I'm relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
With no dinner. None. He lied to us all. More apple pie for us. Lovely. I like apple pie. And custard.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned.
We all are.
I'm shocked and
There's no
stunned.
going back now. You are, rightfully, the captain of the Resolute. And I'm with you from here on out. Need you to know that.
Not how I envisioned it.
I've always wanted to be captain of my own ship, but I never imagined it would happen this way.
I don't think anyone could anticipate something
Focus.
like this. You learn from one of the best.
There's a problem with the
You'll
focus.
be one of the best. I know it.
An intimidating chair. Everybody's watching. Let's get the swagger right. We'll get it right next time. It's fine. It's much of a swagger. She almost fell over there, I think. Oof. Sit.
Set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp. It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain.
I only see 3
On your
pips. Oh, I wanted to say do it again. Like, warp.
Do it.
Yes! Woohoo! That's a thing! I told you I'd make it a thing! I made it a thing in Star Trek.